promotion pays for it. But for me, I'm
Okay,
lucky
okay.
enough to have a little bit of a different deal where I'm able to fly more than one corner, and have more than one hotel
Cool,
room. So I'm
cool.
happy with that. But it's a process, man. So I was lucky, and you got to
Yeah.
think about it for them too. I flew in, I think, 8 days before the fight. So for them, if they have other
Yeah.
fighters or they own a gym or their way of making money is doing personals or running their gym or their family and this and that's like, hey, just to let you know, you're gonna be with me in Japan for 8 days, and then after, if it's cool with you, I mean, I can fly you back home immediately, but I would like to enjoy vacation with you guys as well. My team, I when I make a team, I don't like to pay people. I like it to be a family and help people. So like no matter what, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna pay my people. I'm gonna pay my team stuff like that. But I don't want people to come to me and be like, "Oh, you're Shorty Torres. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, you make this much money? Hell yeah, I want to help you." It's like that. I want you to help me
Yeah.
before you know the things I get, and then I'm
Right.
gonna give you that stuff anyways.
More
It's like
organically, yeah. More
so, and
organically.
that's another reason why I left the States for the most part is in the States, it's very competitive, so it's like, I
Mm.
could be sparring with somebody and we're all, cool. And then literally maybe they pass me up to a certain level and they're like, all right, man, you either catch up to me or that's it. There's no hands helping. There's no, like, it's the land of opportunities, US. So we might be in the same weight class. So I'm
Yeah.
going to just take your spot if that's the case. But here in Mexico
Yeah.
or in different countries, you look at Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines, different countries, Lomachenko in Ukraine, they're all a team. But if one person makes it out, they're all trying to push him up, and they're like, "Yeah, man, we helped
Right.
him." So it's a very very different thing. So here in Mexico, man, like they're not in it for the money, and when I pay them, they're like, "Damn, you make that much money?" I'm just like, I thought this is what you got paid. I mean, shit, give me that money back.
Yeah,
Like,
let me get
it's like, oh, my bad. So definitely a
Yeah.
lot cheaper down here. But man, no, I try to take care of my people, and
Mm.
I take my
Absolutely.
team everywhere. And I was like, hey man, after the fight, don't worry, it's still on me. Like if you want to buy stuff for your family, go ahead buy them, whatever. But the trip is on me, the
Yeah.
Airbnb, the flights, all that stuff. I'm gonna take care of my team because I want them to enjoy the same experiences that I'm gonna be able to enjoy too. Because dude, fighting can take you around the world, and yeah, I've been able to take a lot of people with me.
So in
That's good. That's good.
I know you spent 8 days in Japan for your previous fight. Do you plan on maybe spending a little more time getting acclimated to like, just the time zone and all that stuff like next time, or you're gonna keep it around 8 days?
I don't know. That's the big thing is so the last fight, dude, I became super famous in Japan. Like super famous in Japan. It's
Hell yeah.
amazing. Like it's literally the opportunity I've been
Hell
waiting
yeah.
for. Like even though I didn't win, it was one of those like, dude, I'm walking down the street and people are running to come see me. I don't know if you remember the show like Carmen San Diego or Where in the World is Carmen San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would put
absolutely.
a trivia on
Yeah.
Twitter. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna be at the Pokemon Center in Ginza between these hours. If you see me, you can ask for some stickers, a photo, an autograph. And literally, people would drive to come see me or take the train and start running. They're like, "Are you still in Ginza?" I was like, I have videos on my phone of people running to come see me. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is dope!"
That's fire.
And they're just like,
That's
literally
great.
for a 2 minute, 3 minute conversation. I'm just like, "Oh, that's cool." So for me, I think
Yeah.
Ryzen, if I do fight September 28th or November 3rd, or even Ryzen again in general, they might even
Mm.
want me to fly out earlier to do more promotional stuff, and I might, obviously, as a fighter, take full advantage of that because why not? It's a different fan base, and especially if you get
Yeah.
punched in the face, if you got no fans, then what the hell are you doing this for?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Right, right.
I mean, if
Build your
they're
brand. You're building a brand, man. Whether it be here or there, building a brand is important.
absolutely, absolutely.
Well, it's crazy, and this is again like I'm from Chicago, so and especially in the South Side, but I mean in general, Chicago, it's everyone wants to help you, but no one's gonna help you if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Like, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, man, we
Yeah, it's
got
like
you, and then you're like, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on it. Like, oh, I got stuff to do. See what happened was, and things come up, and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but so for me, I have my foundation. I have all these things, and people back in Chicago or even just in the States sometimes will end up just taking, and then dip out, and you're like,
mm-hmm,
and then obviously use my name to take advantage. But when I'm in Japan or different countries, like the amount of support I get It's like, man, dude, I walk out with the Chicago flag, and people are like, yeah, yeah, he's our boy, he's from Chicago, and then they just want to party with me, and that's it. They don't want to help me if they just want
That's
whatever
it.
I get, if that makes sense. But when I'm in Japan, they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
wait,
absolutely.
I don't care if you won a lawsuit, you're so exciting. They do this, do that, and they just want to support. I'm like, this is dope. I go to Bahrain or I go to Africa and Mauritius or different. I went to the Canary Islands for one of my
Mhm.
fights. Like the amount of support you get from
Oh wow.
different people is amazing. But then when you go to your own home, it's like they bet, oh no, no parade for me here. This is okay, all right. But a different
Yeah,
country
it's
that people
almost like
barely even know me help me.
people want to see you doing better, but not better than them. So if
Facts.
that will lead, their help will lead you to being better than at least where they're at, essentially. Not better as a person, you know what I mean? Like better than where they're at in the standing. So it sounds good to say it, but if the cost is to you being, going further than where they're at, they're like, I don't know if I want to do that. States is kind of like crabs in the barrel with that. That's capitalism for you, though.
It's sad, bro.
Yeah,
Sad.
well, that's why I say it's land opportunity. If you're gonna take my opportunity, man, I'm
Hmm.
gonna try to do whatever I can to steal it from you. And it's like, oh man, that kind of sucks. I thought we kind of
Or to
help
keep
each
it.
other. If I can do a helping hand, let me do a helping hand. But like, for example, like I have my foundation, right? And I sponsor a
Hmm.
lot of kids, teens, and young adults to stay inside the gym and off the streets. And I sponsor good people. I don't sponsor good athletes. I try to sponsor good people. People who've paid it forward
Yeah.
in the gym, kids who are trying to help other kids, or young adults who had a gang life are now in the gym and are trying to change their life. Like, let me help people. So the crazy thing
Right.
is, like, I've helped a good amount of people, and I'll say all these things about the foundation. Everyone's like, man, that's such a dope cause. Yeah, man, I want to support that. No donations, no buying any of the gear. And my gear is cheap. Like my gear is like the Yeezy website. Everything's $20, and I'm like, oh, okay.
$20.
Well, you said you wanted to, like, you said you wanted to help. Like, oh, okay. But dude, I get more support from Japan, from Mexico, from people that don't even have money, and they go and donate or buy gear for my foundation, and then I'm able to sponsor different kids
Hmm.
from around the world, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So it's people, at least in the
Yeah.
states, for me, from what I've noticed, and it's not everybody, but from what I've noticed, like people just want the benefits, but they don't want to work for it.
Don't want to
So
put
I'm
in
like,
no
oh,
work.
like it's
Oh yeah.
just it's just a lot of talk. So that's why for me, it's like, man, um, I'm more. It's funny because I talk about this with my girl. Like I'm not a super affectionate or vocally affectionate guy,
Hmm.
verbally affectionate guy. I was
I
like,
go
man,
through the
I'm more
same
of an
thing.
actions guy. I rather, like, I'm
Same.
quiet. I rather be actions, and hopefully you see my love and affection through the actions I do, compared to, baby, I love
Yeah.
you, this, that, and I can still be doing
And the
some,
quality
load
time
on shit,
and
and, load on stuff in the background.
Big facts. Big
yeah.
facts.
No, I'm the same way with my uh, style of affection too. It's an acquired taste. It's good to find one that appreciates it, but it's an acquired taste.
Hmm.
100%.
I'll say that.